you doing here? I thought you were off tonight.
Yeah, my kids were over with friends. I didn't have a date. What was I going to do? Sit home and watch TV? Say hello to Dr. Bones, honey.
It's going to be hard leaving here. I'm going to miss you guys.
Still can't picture you and Charlie living in the boonies.
We closed on the land today. Now all we have to do is build us a house. Just like Green Acres.
Dr. Holland, stat to room 409. Dr. Holland, stat to room 409.
Dr. Holland, I know you're short-handed tonight.
Thanks, Janine.
Dietary pickup to needs kitchen 4. Dietary pickup to needs kitchen 4.
All right, what do we got here?
Asthma, he's in acute respiratory distress. Come on, baby. Just breathe for me, okay? Breathe. You're doing okay. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
What's his blood pressure?
160 over 80. Call for blood gas. I got him.
All right.
Okay.
I got
You okay?
Yeah, back.
Let's go.
Okay,
It's still tight.
give me 0.3 cc's of
You
epi.
want that sub-Q?
Sure.
Got it right here. Okay.
Heart rate's coming down.
How we doing?
It's clear.
Who is it?
Your flight crew. Aren't you allowed to kiss back?
Doc says it'll ruin my sleep patterns.
We'll sure write you out a new prescription. I found this great nurse.
Hey! Hi!
I've staked out the house. Wait till you see it.
Yes, you have.
This is it. Here, let me get that.
I'll tell you, you got your work cut out for you.
Yeah, we got the door in. Here it is. Let me get it for you.
Why, I thank you, sir. Hey, it looks small, Charlie.
Oh, it's big. Here's the kitchen. There's a bedroom over there.
Where? Here?
You're standing on the bed.
Oh, excuse me.
All right. Something wrong?
Something right. I can't believe we're finally here, and it's all ours.
Everything but the bank's part, which is everything from that post to that hill to the horizon. That's all the bank's.
This place, my very own practice. God, Charlie, I'm so happy.
Come here. Why don't you marry me?
Oh, I did that. You know what?
You were there at the wedding? The girl in white? The one who loved the man in the uniform?
Yeah, well, it took a lot more than that, Captain Hal.
Oh, yeah? Show me.
Yeah?
Ow! Oh, no.
Dr. Johnson, please call extension 490. Dr. Norton to oncology.
And I want a special plaque made up for the new Johnson wing. Now, they organized the fundraiser, so I want their names prominently displayed. Right. Let me know. Good morning, Kathy.
Morning.
How's things in the hill country?
Looking good. I found an office. The local hospital staff are just terrific.
You know, I'm going to be sorry to lose you, Kathy. You're a fine doctor. You're going to make your mark.
I've learned a lot from you, Dr. Reardon. I'd like to thank you for everything.
And if you have any problems, I'm here to help you any way I can.
I still need a good nurse. I've been thinking about Janine Jones.
Well, she's good.
Maybe too good for what I can pay her.
Well, maybe not. You know, we're phasing out the LVNs.
I heard. I assume she'd be snapped up by the other hospitals in town.
There's nothing to lose by asking.
Then you recommend her?
Yes, of course.
Janine?
Hi, Dr. Holland.
I wanted to thank you for the other night. You did a fine job.
Thanks. I was just glad to be there when you needed me.
Pam says you spend a lot of time at the hospital.
Yeah, I work a lot of hours, sure, but I like it. I find it real satisfying.
You won't catch me pulling any more all-nighters. My husband just quit the Air Force. I finally stopped competing with a B-1.
Yeah, my old man wanted me home, too. No more old man, though. Did leave me with 2 wonderful kids.
I want to ask you something. How do you feel about a small-town doctor's office?
Are you offering me a job?
I need a great nurse.
I recall life being mighty slow up there in the hill
There are
country.
plenty of sick kids out there. Terrific opportunity for an LVN. A lot more responsibility than you've
Can't
got here.
afford an RN, huh?
Listen, I've always trusted my instincts. I think we'd make a terrific team. It's a beautiful country. Your kids would love it. And we'd both be doing something we could be proud of.
Y'all getting settled in out there?
I've got to figure something out. We don't have water yet.
Why don't you come and stay with me and the kids? They'd love it.
You mean it?
Oh, sure. At least until you get a shower in out there. We got plenty of room.
Thanks. Let me talk to Charlie. Hi.
Look who it is.
Look what I've got for you.
Do you see that? Do you see
Is that terrific?
Yeah.
Do you like it? Oh, Allison, you are so adorable. If I had a little girl, I'd want her to be just like you.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah?
Oh, she's really taken to you. Look at that.
Can I hold her
while you two are talking?
Take her into the examining room and
Yep. Come on.
I'll be in a minute.
Good girl.
You go play with Janine.
Bye-bye.
So, you planning on any more like her? I need the business.
If I do, you will be the first to know. Actually, I have a friend, Lorene Travis, and she's going to come in next week. She's going to bring her baby in so you can see her.
Oh, terrific.
I'm going to lunch, Doctor. Would you like me to bring you a sandwich?
You're a lifesaver, Donna, please. So, anything else you can tell me about her before I start examining her?
No, she's usually a healthy little thing. You know, I just like to be extra careful because she's got the sniffles and a bit of a temperature, that's all.
Well, that's good thinking. Babies are very vulnerable to colds and flu.
Oh, honey, wake up. Wake up, baby. Come on, baby, don't go to sleep.
My
Wake
husband says I worry way too much about her.
up. Allison, wake up. Wake up. Allison, honey, wake up. Don't go to sleep. Come on. She's not breathing.
Bag her. Come on. We need some help here.
Call an ambulance. We got an emergency in here.
What's going on?
She's not getting adequate ventilation. Get an airway in.
Yes, airway.
What happened?
We were playing. She slumped over. I realized she was starting to...
What's the matter with her?
Stay calm, Mrs. McKay.
Allison. It's okay, sweetie. It's okay. Everything's going to be okay.
She's seizing. Darlene.
Oh, my God. Come on, sweetie. Come on.
Okay, you hold this. Hold it up.
Okay.
Stay calm.
Okay.
She's
okay.
going to be...
It's okay, sweetie. It's okay.
How you doing, Janine?
I'm
Gonna be
not
all
going to let
right.
anything happen to you.
Oh, baby.
Oh, Allison.
Good job, Kath. That was close.
That shouldn't have been, Jim. That was one healthy baby an hour ago.
Why don't we send her up to Austin for a few tests?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What's that knot there?
Oh, that's it.
That's the hospital knot, isn't it?
Oh,
Doctor's shoulders you got.
yeah. There was no reason for her to go into seizure.
Yeah, but she's okay now, right? So let it go.
Yeah. God, I was scared.
How's that feel?
Great hands.
How about that? How about this? What the hell? Hey, who's out there? Oh, you little kids are lucky I don't have a shotgun. I like to give sneaky little critters both barrels, you know.
They coming to pick up Kathy. They didn't mean to scare you.
You two get down from there?
Your mama's got great timing.
Hey, Charlie, we didn't disturb you, did we?
Oh, no. You going back to town already?
Unfortunately.
Don't worry, we'll take good care of her.
I gotta have a shower in the morning. But the minute you get the plumbing in, I'm here.
You don't know what you're missing.
Yes, I do.
I had to marry Albert Schweitzer.
Gorgeous, though.
Yeah, when the light hits you just right, you just about get by.
Hey, Charlie, don't let the coyotes get you.
Nicky. Dr. Holland's office.
Here, honey.
Here you go. Here you go.
Well, Austin gave her a clean bill of health, and there's absolutely nothing to worry about.
Oh, good.
But I want to keep a close watch on her for a while, just to be safe. Janine, you want to get Allison's vitals and prepare for a DPT and an MMR.
Okay. Come on, Sugar. It's okay.
Kathy, quick, it's Allison. I'm breathing was shallow, so I gave her no oxygen.
This can't be happening. You told me that she wasn't going to get sick again.
Go tell Donna to call an ambulance. Do it now.
Okay.
I need to intubate her.
Maybe this is on his way. Oh, you're gonna be okay, Allison.
Go, go, go. Doctor's calling the hospital.
Be careful with her.
Oxygen is hooked up.
You got me hooked up to a monitor. Over here, Dr. Holland. All right, make sure I can see it. Mary, get her out of here. Here, come here, Carlos. Come on. The doctor's doing everything they can. Come on. Get me an epi. Get 0.8 cc's. compressions.
Go.
Nothing remarkable here. Okay.
Got it.
Well, one more epi. How long have we been at this?
22 minutes. Ready?
She's not responding.
Janine, take over. Start compressions. Come on, Allison. Come on, baby. Damn it! Come on! Allison! In 34 minutes.
You calling this code?
Pronounce at 238.
She's gonna be okay, yeah? She's fine. Not my baby, please. No! That's not fair!
Something wrong?
She had a cold. All she had was a cold.
Captain's hoping we can spot something she's missing in the Allison McKay file.
Oh, I heard about that. An unfortunate case. Come on in, folks.
I keep seeing the look on her mother's face.
I know. You're experiencing the most difficult thing there is about being a doctor. The kid had a cold, right?
It's more than that, Dr. Brady. What we have here essentially is a healthy child whose total motor control and respiration suddenly stopped, sending her into an irreversible coma.
For no reason that we've been able to find.
I'd like to find out why.
I'll look this over tonight.
Thank you, Doctor. I appreciate it.
Dr. Holland, I just want to thank you for everything you tried to do for our baby.
Oh, Miss McKay, I'm sorry.
We're going to take out a notice in the paper, you know, just to tell people around here what a fine doctor we think you are.
You don't have to do that.
I just feel that, you know, something like this could hurt your business. We don't want that to happen to you, okay? Thank you for everything.
IV nurse, please report to the floor nursing station.
Jim,
Dan?
Jim, come here a minute, will you? That McKay baby, do you recall what she was like after she started to come out of it in the first instance?
She was twitching, a lot of involuntary movement.
Yeah. Look at this EEG.
Let me see here. Let me see under there. Oh, God, that looks good.
You know what that puts me in mind of? Someone who was coming out.
Seneca.
That's it. Right, all the symptoms fit.
No doctor would ever administer that. That would be fatal in a baby.
And Dr. Holland is kind of green, isn't she?
Oh, I mean, she's had an outstanding medical school record.
Experience. What experience does she
Well,
have?
enough not to make that kind of damn fool mistake.
I'm gonna call the district attorney. Something there just does not smell right. You wanna look this over? Bring it to me later?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Take care. Don't forget to invite me to your party.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Come on. Make a decision. I want a decision out of you.
Star Wars.
You got it. All right. Come on. Get to bed. Get to bed. Come on. You give me a kiss. You can. Good night, baby.
Good night.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry it took me so long. Those little monsters give you any problems?
Good as gold. You don't know how lucky you are.
What are you looking at?
Allison's file. I've been over it 100 times.
It wasn't your fault, Kathy. That little girl was sick.
That's the point. She wasn't sick. How did it happen? What did I miss?
Yeah. You're gonna have to learn to live in the real world here. Sometimes terrible things happen. There ain't nothing you can do about it. I got some ice cream. You know, pardon me for butting in, but when I see how great you are with kids, I can't help but wonder when you and Charlie are gonna have some of your own.
I can't have children.
I'm sorry. Me and my big mouth.
It's all right. I've got all the kids I need right here.
This drug, help me out here. Succinylcholine. What's it generally used for?
Well, it's a fairly standard procedure during surgery. It relaxes the skeletal muscles and makes it so the patient doesn't reject the air tube in the throat.
It does block respiration, and if given a big enough dose, is heart activity.
Right. And do you have any proof that this baby, Allison McKay, was given such a drug?
Well, no. But all her reactions fit. And there's something else. I got in touch with a colleague of mine at the Santa Maria Medical Center up in Austin.
Yeah.
And I don't like what he told me. There's a lot of rumors flying around up there.
What kind of rumors?
About babies dying in their intensive care unit up until a couple of months ago.
I mean, when Dr. Holland and Nurse Jones left the staff.
You know, it could have been a coincidence. But might have been one of them, might have been both of them together.
Could be we have a baby killer on our hands.
Dr. Holland, I want to thank you for taking the lunch hour coming up here to talk to us. I know you're busy, so we're going to try to get you out of here as quickly as we can. This is Tony Milner, my associate. Dr.
How do
Holland.
you do?
I've asked Tony to make some notes, if you don't mind. I'll just write in here anywhere you want. Tony, you close that door when you... So, you're from New York, aren't you?
Yes.
What brings you to the hill country?
I always wanted to live somewhere clean and open, and there's a real need for a pediatric clinic here, so... What is this all about, Mr. Sutton?
Please, sit down. I'm investigating the death of Allison McKay, and we have reason to believe she may not have died of natural causes.
That's impossible.
Why's that?
Allison went into seizure. I took her to the hospital immediately.
I know that. Tell me, are you familiar with the drug succinylcholine?
Yes, of course. What does that have to do with... I never would have given it to Allison.
I didn't say you did.
You implied it.
These are Allison's EEGs.
Allison's physical reactions may seem consistent to succinylcholine, but believe me, it wasn't that.
Have these been administered by mistake?
No, I haven't used it since I've been in Langford.
You can prove that.
I keep it under lock and key. The 2 bottles that I bought from the supply house several months ago are still in the stock room, unopened.
Who keeps the key?
I do. Look, if a bottle had been opened and used, you'd see puncture marks in the caps.
And there were no such openings in these vials?
Of course not.
Then tell me, Doctor, what happened to that baby?
Mr. Sutton, I've asked myself that question over and over again.
Hi, Kathy. What are you doing here so early?
Janine, I want you to take the 2 vials of succinylcholine out.
What's the problem?
Look at them. Look at the caps.
There's holes in there. How'd these holes get in here?
I don't know.
Looks like a hypo would make. Strange, though. They're both full.
How do I explain that to the district attorney?
District attorney?
He thinks Allison McKay was injected with succinylcholine.
What are you talking about? Listen, you don't believe that I had anything to do with it.
How do I explain those holes?
I don't know. Why don't you just throw them away? Don't tell him you lost them.
Do that.
You're right. It's a stupid idea. Guess we just have to tell him the truth.
Well, if you didn't do it, that means there's only one other person with access, and that's your registered nurse, Janine Jones.
Janine's an LVN. Licensed vocational nurse. They only trained for 18 months.
Why didn't you hire an RN?
Couldn't afford one. RNs have a lot more training, but Janine is very good. She's experienced. She's great with kids.
Your loyalty to your nurse is commendable.
She
but
never
under
would
the
have injected her with any kind of drug.
What if it wasn't a mistake?
You'd have to be mentally disturbed to do that. It would be murder.
Yes, it would. I don't know how to ask you this except straight out. Did you inject Allison McKay with any kind of drug?
No, sir, I sure didn't.
Thank you. What about Dr. Holland?
Well, she did. I didn't see her.
Running your own clinic must be pretty exhausting work.
I know what you're fishing for, but it ain't so.
Well, I'm not fishing for anything except the truth.
I'm sure you are. You want me to say Dr. Holland might have gotten so tired she made a mistake?
Well, people do terrible things sometimes. They don't always mean to do them.
Dr. Holland put her whole life into that clinic. I know she's scrimped and she's safe for years.
Give her a sugar?
Sure. When you work your tail off like she does, we can feel pretty rushed.
Not act as carefully as you might?
Maybe take out a bottle and put the hypo in.
Maybe it's the wrong bottle?
An experienced medical professional always double checks. If it's the wrong drug, she would empty the syringe back in.
Would you be willing to take a polygraph test?
No, sir, I don't mind. I've got nothing to hide. If Dr. Holland did make a mistake, well, then maybe she ought to take one too, right?
Thank you for your coffee. I'll just show myself out.
You know, I still don't see why the DA wants you to take that polygraph test.
He thinks I was responsible for Allison's death. He's convinced she was injected with a deadly drug.
Hey, that's ridiculous.
That's what I told him.
Well, maybe it was Janine. I mean, you know, maybe she screwed up.
It's impossible. She's too good.
That's exactly what you don't tell the DA. You don't know her. Not really.
She was recommended by Dr. Reardon. He's the administrator of pediatrics in Austin.
So what? It doesn't make him infallible. Look, I just don't think you should take this polygraph.
Yeah, I don't see any way around it. Then I really look guilty.
Dr. Holland,
Dr. Brady, have you been waiting for me?
I have to give you this.
What is this?
We're taking away your hospital privileges. It's the worst thing I've ever been involved in. Your suspension takes place as of today, and I have to ask you for your ID card.
Doctor, this has to be some kind of mistake.
One of the bottles from your clinic had been diluted. 3/4 of the succinylcholine was used.
That can't be right.
I'm sorry. Of course, if you have any patients who need hospitalization, you can refer them to me.
Doctor, you know I did everything I could to save Allison. Why don't you do an autopsy before you start jumping to conclusions?
It won't do any good to exhume that baby. You know, you can't trace succinylcholine once it's been absorbed by the body.
Then how can you assume
I don't have the answer to your questions, Doctor. You have the legal right to submit a statement and ask for an appeal. In the meantime, your ID.
Dr. Brady.
Please. Thank you.
You can't do this. It's as good as telling everyone I killed her.
You're for sure guilty of malpractice. Maybe a lot more. No matter what, you sure as hell aren't going to be getting away with it.
You know, it's not too late to change your mind. I still don't think you should do this.
We both know a polygraph is the quickest way for me to get my hospital privileges back.
Yeah, but I mean, even if you pass it, it doesn't count legally, and if you fail, you're in big trouble.
I'll just tell the truth. It'll be okay.
Jeez, what a pushy broad.
There's the doctor.
No, I'm very proud of you, honey.
Everything's going to be all right. I just have to get back to work.
Yeah, I hope so. You're working for both of us now.
Better stop losing patience.
I'm sorry, I know how that sounded. I'm worried. We've invested everything we have moving here.
Charlie, we've got to remember a baby was killed.
Good luck, Kathy.
Dr. Holland, I'm ready for you.
I never trusted her, those big city types, you know? I mean, really.
Better be careful.
Why?
It's okay. You can start talking again.
How'd they do?
I'll have to do some interpreting, but you won an honest first opinion liar's contest.
Mr. Sutton, I was a little nervous in there, and I had trouble with some of the questions.
said you lied, Doctor.
No, she didn't lie. She was nervous. She's never done this before.
Well, your wife will have every opportunity to explain before the grand jury.
You've got to believe me. I didn't hurt that baby.
You better get a good lawyer, Doctor. Hey, Tony. Hey. So tell me what you found out in Austin.
Well, Brady and Vail were right. There were a lot of unexplained infant deaths up at the medical center over this past year.
Yeah, that's when Holland and Jones were on staff there.
Yeah, right. Now, the funny thing is, around the time the two of them left, pediatrics started upgrading staff requirements, transferring people and phasing out LVNs.
A cover-up?
It's a possibility. I mean, if word ever came out they had a baby killer on staff, they'd have malpractice suits backed up here into the next century.
Lord, if what you're saying is true, they may have just turned a murderer loose in our community.
I know.
So you tell me, which one you think did it? Holland or Jones?
Well, both had access to most of these kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't get it. Why would anyone want to kill babies?
A little bedtime reading here. Cases of doctors and nurses pushing patients to the brink of death and trying to bring them back again in order to glorify themselves.
A savior complex?
Only sometimes they don't pull them back.
You don't have to move out.
I just don't think it's a good idea for me to go on living here.
What can I say? I guess you got Allison on your conscience.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you were with her when she stopped breathing.
Janine, you were the one looking after Allison. I was in my office. I heard you trying to revive her. She went into seizure by the time I got there.
Way I remember it, you were the one holding Allison.
What are you trying to do to me?
What am I trying to do to you, Kathy? What are you trying to do to me? I'm just the nurse. You were the one treating Allison.
I don't believe this.
Look, everything's going to be fine, all right? I'll see you at the office later.
Janine, I don't want you anywhere near my clinic or my patients.
What are you trying to say, Kathy?
You did it, didn't you? You killed that little girl. Was it a mistake? You couldn't have done it deliberately. God. I took you in. I thought you cared about children.
I do. I love them.
Why? Why did you do it?
I liked you, Kathy. I thought you were like me.
Don't compare us. We have nothing in common.
Oh, we were so good together. We could have had our own critical care unit. We could have shown everyone how good we were.
I'm going to make sure that you're put away for the rest of your life.
Not after I shout from every rooftop in Texas that you're the only baby killer around here.
The grand jury won't believe that.
Well, grand jury's local folk. They'll see you're just a new gal. Inexperienced, overworked, careless. Stuck-up little thing from the big city. Who's gonna believe you? Who wants ice cream? Well, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Is it our fault? Did we do something bad?
No, you never did. And Kathy's gonna go home and live with Uncle Charlie again, that's all.
I love you.
I love you too, honey.
I love you more than her. Let's
Good kids.
Can't believe I've become a murder suspect.
I'm getting to hate these people. A bunch of ignorant and narrow-minded hicks.
Oh, don't, Charlie.
Well, it's true, isn't it? Every time I go into town, people look at me like I'm wearing a bell around my neck.
Can't blame the people.
Yeah, well, what about Janine? She's the one who killed the baby. How come nobody's looking at her?
I don't know. Maybe because she's one of them. I'm the outsider.
Hon, I think we should go away. At least for a while.
I can't, you know I can't. That would only prove the rumors are true.
But nobody's gonna believe you here, no matter what you do.
You don't get it. She could do this again, and I'm the only one standing in her way.
How come it has to be you?
It's me, pal.
Attention has been focused on Dr. Kathy Holland and her nurse, Janine Jones, who were with the baby when she died. We asked Nurse Jones if she planned to testify before the grand jury.
I'm a nurse and a mother. I say hanging's too good for anyone who hurts babies. If somebody
There's something for you.
did something bad, then
Oh, you
I'm
know,
gonna do my best to get
you
him.
can't pay me this week. You can manage.
I think I can handle it for a while.
What's wrong?
Alice's parents are suing me for malpractice.
Let's go! Let's go!
I don't want you talking to anyone. Not even the grand jury.
That just makes it sound like I'm hiding something.
Don't you read the newspapers, Doctor? Watch the TV? You're already guilty by suspicion. Even your most innocent answers will be turned against you.
Yeah, but this is crazy. With all this publicity, if she doesn't tell her side of the story now, it's just going to get worse.
Am I stupid? Am I missing something? All I want to do is tell the truth.
The truth is you were with that baby when she collapsed.
So is Janine.
Dr. Holland, let me make it real simple for you. If you answer the DA's questions, you're very likely going to prison for the rest of your life.
Dr. Holland, we understand from the statement of others that you were with the infant Allison McKay when she stopped breathing. Is that correct?
I respectfully decline to answer on the grounds that the information may tend to incriminate me.
Dr. Holland, when did you graduate from medical school?
I respectfully decline
for
to
God's
answer.
sake, Doctor, do you honestly think that by telling us when you graduated, you're going to incriminate yourself?
I respectfully decline to answer on the grounds that the information may tend to incriminate me. I should have told him about Janine.
You don't implicate other people without sufficient evidence. Otherwise, you look even more guilty.
How can I look any more guilty than I already do?
Dr. Holland?
She's got nothing to say to you.
Well, she better have something to say to me.
Haven't you done
I'm going to hit her
enough?
with
You've
a
already cost her
contempt
most of her
charge.
patience.
Wait a minute. My life and my career at stake here. I've got baby killer painted on my wall. Everything I've ever planned is falling apart because of you. What do you want from me?
I want you to answer my question. Show me you got nothing to hide.
I'm the one who went to Dr. Brady in the first place. Would I do that if I were hiding something?
Yes. If you were trying to set up a smoke screen.
A smoke screen?
Listen, I know about the other kids.
What other kids?
The 30 other kids who died at the Austin Medical Center of unexplained causes when you and Jones were on staff there. I don't know which one of you did it, but I'll tell you this much. I'm going to nail one of you.
All right, that's enough. She doesn't know anything about that. Come on.
Oh, my God. 30?
Come on.
Hi. I wake you?
I was just dreaming. I was flying again. The whole sky all around me. So free. I came in and made a perfect landing, and there you were. God, I used to love flying and making love to you.
You never really wanted to come here, did you?
Yes, I did. I love you. I didn't expect to be out here all by myself, but I want you to have the things you want.
Yeah. Well, I want this to be over with. I want this never to have happened.
But it happened. We started a new program at Norfolk. Great pay, great benefits. You could open a new office. Hon, this is not your fight.
As long as Janine's free, it is.
You just never quit, do you? I don't know how you stood it.
You. I had you. Janine, are you get her! Whoa! All right, easy, easy. Take it easy. Get the car. All right. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right.
Janine, wake up. Wake up, Janine. You know where you are, Janine? Wake up.
Kathy, I'm sorry, there's no way to explain why things are going to change. Sometimes wrong as it may seem, you have to accept what life dishes out. All the pressure will be taken off you. I love you, Janine.
Come on, Janine, wake up.
She's gotta be.
It was no attempted suicide. She didn't take enough pills to kill a baby.
That's an interesting choice of words.
What about her children? Who's looking after them?
Don't worry about them. They're with some good people, but your concern is touching.
Hey, what's with you, man? Janine's confessed.
No, she hasn't, Charlie. She says she did it to take the heat off me. Don't you see what she's trying to do? That letter is for your benefit.
We learned that Nurse Jones is now listed in stable condition, and she has admitted to police that she was covering up for her friend, Dr. Kathleen Holland. Dr. Holland has so far refused to testify before the grand jury about her own involvement in the death of baby Allison McKay.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
You should eat something. You look beat.
What else is new?
Oh, now don't start feeling sorry for yourself.
Yes, sir.
And go get smart with me. We'll just start and fight this thing.
So how do we do that?
All right, look. Now, I want you to hear me out about this. I went to a lawyer, and he said the best way to protect ourselves would be for you to sign over...
A petition for divorce?
Yeah, you sign over your half of the assets in a settlement. I mean, I should have talked to you before about this,
You
but...
went to a lawyer?
Yeah, and that way, if you get sued and we lose everything, we still have the land. We still have someplace to come home to.
I can't believe you did this.
Honey, we've just worked too hard to lose it now.
How did we get to this? I can stand a lot of heat, but I don't think I could stand us falling apart.
Who said anything about falling apart? Look, I'm here for you. I'm gonna be here for you. And when this all blows over, if we're still speaking to each other, we get married again. Mom will have another honeymoon.
I feel real guilty leaving so early. Do you want me to come in tomorrow?
I'll call you if anything comes up.
Did you see this? I'm real sorry, Dr. Holland.
Thanks, Donna.
Mr. Greenway?
I guess you're here about the rent.
Oh, you're just a month late, Doc, and I know you got your troubles. I just stopped by as a kind of friendly reminder.
I appreciate it. Mr. McKay?
I want you to say that you killed our baby. You murdered her. Say it.
No, I didn't.
Say it! Hey, say it!
I didn't do it!
Liar! Don't you lie to me! Lousy. She lied! She killed our baby!
Nice and easy.
Okay. Ignore them.
Her nurse said she can't grab child.
You want
Here you
paper
go.
bag or plastic?
Corn?
Yeah.
I'll get some tomatoes.
Excuse me. Are these right? What? You want something? What are you staring at? What is
Charlie, let's go. Let's get out of here.
I'm so sick of this. What is this? You want something or not?
Let's go home. Come on.
Well, you want to know what I'm saying? You think I'm talking about babies? Is that it?
Charlie,
What?
come on.
Don't do that to me.
That's enough.
Are you alone tonight? Are you still mine? Will you heal this broken heart with your sweet wine? Oh, honky-tonk angel. Oh, please.
You keep late hours.
Sorry. Didn't know I was keeping you up.
I want to talk to you.
Can't talk to you. You got a lawyer.
I don't want to talk to my lawyer.
You want some coffee?
Don't you ever clean up?
Hey, now don't mess with my system. I know where everything is.
You live alone.
I noticed that was a statement, not a question. My wife left 6 months ago. Now, where is that coffee? I know I got it here somewhere.
My husband may do that too.
What's on your mind?
I want you to drive up to Austin with me to Santa Maria.
Now, why would I do something like that?
You want to get to the bottom of this? So do I. That's where it all started. This milk is sour.
Well, I didn't get to the market. Listen, you're my #1 suspect. I go snooping around with you. I'm jeopardizing my own impartiality.
You said you heard rumors about children dying mysteriously up there. I know people who might talk about that, about Janine. I want you to hear what they've got to say.
And what do you think you could find out that we haven't?
Mr. Sutton, I've got several parents filing lawsuits against me. I've got a desk full of bills. I've got a husband who wants me to pack up and leave. But most important of all, I've got the memory of a child who died because I trusted that woman. I'll be damned if you're going to say no to me.
I don't understand you.
What's to understand?
Well, you give me the big pitch and drag me all the way up here, but you won't testify in front of the grand jury.
My lawyer says you could use what I say to indict me.
Well, he's right. And if we find one piece of incriminating evidence against you up in Austin, I swear I'm going to blast you so hard, they won't let you out on parole when your 99 years are up.
Mr. Sutton, I'm innocent.
Dr. Elmer Johnson, you're needed in pediatrics.
Hi, Felicia. How you doing?
Okay, Kathy. Nice to see you again.
You're still as great with these kids as you ever were.
Thanks.
I guess you've heard about everything that's happening.
Yeah, I saw it on the news.
I need some help, Felicia. I know you worked with Janine.
I'm sorry, Kathy. I don't know anything. done a lot of favors, Felicia. Lay off me, Kathy. I could lose my job. Lose your job? What are you talking about? The word's out not to talk to you. Damn it, don't you care about those kids? You know I do. I'm a damn good nurse. Not for me, for them. For the ones Janine might hurt if we don't put her away. Felicia, please.
She's not coming. I don't think I would either if I were her.
They shouldn't have covered up for her. They shouldn't have. Who covered up? I could get in a lot of trouble for this, Kathy. It's against regulations to copy information from the floor book without authorization.
What's a floor book?
It's a record of every patient admitted to the pediatric intensive care unit. There were 43 infant deaths in the PICU from January 1st, 1981 through March 17th, 1982. Janine was either assigned to or present at 30 of them.
So she was actually there.
Yes. And normally a nurse wouldn't expect to lose more than 3 kids in that period of time.
And she had 10 times the average?
You had this information and you just sat on it? No, I didn't just sit on it. I told Dr. Reardon.
Yes, I was aware of a few problems last year. The infant mortality rate was unusually high.
Well, I heard you set up a committee to investigate.
Yes, we did. Now, they narrowed the problems down to 3 possibilities. Statistical bunching, inefficient or inadequate staffing, or someone was intentionally killing babies.
Dr. Reardon, do you realize under Texas state law you're required to report any suspected case of child abuse?
We had no proof of any wrongdoing by anybody. It was all gossip and rumor.
Yeah, well, then why did you get rid of all your LVNs?
We were upgrading the unit, that's all. There was no child abuse here.
Isn't death the ultimate child abuse?
Now look, this is one of the largest medical centers in the country. We have many thousands of emergencies every year. Now sometimes we lose patients, children. That's a terrible thing to say, but that's a fact of life. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really am late for my rounds.
Dr. Reardon, I got one more question. Why did you recommend Nurse Jones to Dr. Holland?
She needed a nurse.
Wheelchair to admitting, please. Wheelchair to admitting.
I can't believe he didn't warn you. They must be petrified of malpractice.
He just dumped his problem in your lap and mine.
That mean you finally believe me?
I'm getting there.
Why? Why did she do it?
Oh, I don't think she actually intended to kill anyone. At least from the books I've read, she probably just wanted to feel like some kind of hero by having a lot of critically ill kids to care for.
She has snakes in her head. I want you to lock her up and throw away the key.
Well, listen, the medical center's not going to help us. You are the only link. Without your testimony, I got no case
My
at all.
lawyer says I could be indicted if
Well,
I do.
listen, I'm going to subpoena you again.
I'll take the 5th.
Kathleen, without your testimony, Janine is going to be able to kill again.
Hi there.
Hello? Hello? Hi. I'm Janine from over next door. I brought you a little casserole to welcome you to the neighborhood.
Oh, how sweet of you. Thank you so much.
It's hot.
Smells good. I'm Charlene.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is my son, Bobby.
Oh, he's a little darling. Can I pick him up?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Come here to me. Come here, you little sweetheart. Yes, look at you. Mama's so busy. Looks like you got a million things to do here.
Well, you're telling me. I gotta go downtown and pick up my husband.
I'll babysit if you like.
That wouldn't be a problem?
Oh, no. No problem at all.
That would be great. Come on in.
No, I can't get enough of babies. No, I can't. I just love babies. Yes, I do.
I'll be back.
Hiya, Kathy. No, wait a minute. I don't think that's such a good idea.
It's my decision, Jack.
And I can't continue to represent you, Kathy. Not unless you sign a release stating you're testifying against my advice.
Yes, I understand. Jack,
Like it or not, I'm going to testify.
Well, how was Austin?
I've decided to testify before the grand jury.
Oh, honey, you're paying that lawyer a lot of money. Don't you think you ought to listen to his advice?
What I do is what I do, Charlie. You don't have to be involved.
You don't think I care about what Janine did, do you?
I know you care.
Yeah, I really do. It tears me apart. And you know what really hurts me? Is seeing you so unhappy and scared, unable to work with the children you love.
I love you.
Oh, I know, honey, but we gotta stop fooling ourselves. We can't stay here. Because no matter what happens, this town's never gonna let you practice again.
Charlie, I'm not responsible for the town, only for what I do.
No matter what it does to our marriage?
I know things aren't so great between us right now. I'm doing my best. I need you. I need you to understand.
Go on now, get out of there. Go on, go on. Go on now, go on.
Filed for divorce. I'm gonna take the job in Norfolk. I want you to come with me. Kate, I love you. Honey, with you or without you, I'm going.
Sorry about that, Mr. Greenway. They come at night.
You wouldn't have that back rent for me today, would you?
I'm sorry. Business isn't too good. My husband left this morning.
Well, I've been getting calls from folks asking about this place.
I'll have it cleared out by the end of the month.
did I do?
Good. You did very good.
But did they believe me?
Maybe. They liked you. But they loved Janine. Listen, I want to thank you for testifying. I know it was a big risk.
Everything's a risk.
Kathleen, sorry about your husband. But, listen, don't be too hard on yourself. Remember, it takes two to end a marriage.
Buy you a cup of coffee? Nobody wants to see a grown woman cry on the county courthouse steps.
Well, I'm broke. Can't even afford the price of a subway ticket.
Well, you're in luck. No subways here.
I got an apartment on Hollister. Guess I gotta find a job.
You could be okay?
I'll make it. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, well, I don't mind. It's nice to have somebody to worry about for a change.
All these weeks, that's the first time I've seen the human side of you.
What, you mean he's still alive in there? Maybe there's hope for the old boy yet. Kathleen? I got a problem.
What?
Well, I can connect Janine directly to the baby, but I need to be able to connect her to the injection and to the succinylcholine in order to make a case.
What does that mean?
It means she's going to be acquitted.
You must have missed something. What do you usually do in the case of drug poisoning?
Exhume the body and perform an autopsy.
Why haven't you done that?
Well, because Dr. Brady said it wouldn't be any point, because they can't trace succinylcholine.
What does he know? Have you checked with anybody higher up the medical chain?
Well, I'm trying to get a hold of the expert on the drug, as some Swedish doctor. Oh, Lord.
Don't say anything. Come on. We should go.
Come on. Come on, I'll take you to dinner. Kathleen? Kathleen?
Mrs. McKay, I don't want any trouble. I just want you to know I never
Leave us alone. Just leave us alone. Let's go.
I trusted Janine, and that was my mistake, and I'm going to have to pay for that for the rest
You
of my
both
life.
killed my baby.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I saw the needle. You both took her away from me for the rest of my life.
Hypodermic? I injected one of the other children that day.
No, it was Allison in the ambulance.
I wasn't in the ambulance.
It was Janine. She said it was Valium and that it was going to help Allison go to sleep.
Wait. You saw Janine inject Allison?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell anybody?
Nobody ever asked us about something like that.
Excuse us. Come on, let's get out.
Take it easy, lady. Somebody get a hold of him. Come on, get a hold of him. Come on, baby. Hey, it's gonna be. Come on outside. You got it, Charles? I got it. Come on, son. Get these kids out of here. I got it. Let's go. Take it easy for yourself, lady. Let's go. Come on. All right, son, we're not going to hurt you. Come on.
There she is.
Dr. Holland, can you give us a statement?
Pressure's still on.
How do you feel about testifying?
Are you willing to test me about it?
I called Sweden. I tell you, this Dr. Becker's one tough guy to get a hold of. He's away at some sort of scientific symposium.
Well, did you leave a message for him? Sorry.
We don't even know if he can help us.
Back off, boys and girls, back off. Hold it, Kathleen, you're a witness.
You're going to convict her, aren't you?
Truth? Took a big chance bringing her to trial.
Do you have any witnesses on your behalf? How do you feel about it?
As you watch and listen, you're going to be asking yourself why. Why would someone want to kill an innocent child? How could such a thing happen? Well, we may never know the motive. And one thing for sure, we're never going to be able to understand it. But there's only one question here, and one question only. Did Janine Jones inject this helpless infant with a fatal drug? The evidence says yes. I know it. You will know it.
We will bring evidence to prove that the wrong woman is on trial here. Janine Jones is a scapegoat. She's a victim of a young, incompetent, and malicious doctor who is the true perpetrator of this horrendous crime.
And you're sure nobody else was with that baby?
As I said before, Janine was the only one in the examining room when Allison collapsed both times.
I see. Thank you.
Dr. Holland, you were just beginning your practice in Langford when this all happened, weren't you?
Yes, I had been here a few weeks.
Your husband wasn't working, was he?
He was working. He was building our house.
But you had to pay for your medical equipment, your rent, your office supplies all by yourself, didn't you?
Yes, I had used up all my savings.
Tell me, Doctor, you were paid quite a significant fee each time you performed emergency procedures, weren't you?
There are fees for certain procedures that are pretty standard.
Well, what about Allison McKay's procedure? That would have netted you about $2,000, wouldn't it?
I resent that. No amount of money would ever make me harm a child.
But it would have been to your financial advantage to put that child in emergency care, wouldn't it?
Objection? Dr. Holland isn't on trial here.
Withdraw the question. Now, Ms. McKay, we all understand you've been in considerable emotional and physical pain since the death of your baby.
Yes.
Would it be fair to say that you also feel a lot of anger?
Yes, I do.
Yes. And that anger is directed towards Nurse Jones.
What do you expect? I sat there and I watched her kill my baby.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
In that ambulance with Allison hovering between life and death, you were very upset, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Well, Miss McKay, being in that emotional state, can you now really trust your memory of that moment?
I believe that I can.
Even though it took you several months to come forward with the story.
I know what I saw!
Even though you were hysterical, half out of your mind with fear for the life of your child. Sorry, Your Honor. No more questions.
And I prepared a report showing that Janine was on duty when at least 30 children died.
Move to strike, Your Honor. Not relevant to this case.
This testimony is directly related to the crime Janine Jones is accused of, and her counsel knows it.
Where is this report, Mr. Sutton?
Nurse Martinez gave it to her superiors, Your Honor, and they have been unresponsive in our continued demands for a copy.
There is no evidence any such report exists, Your Honor. State has made no showing that any other offense even occurred.
Well, unless you can produce this document, Mr. Sutton, the court will have no alternative but to sustain the defense's motion.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Motion sustained. Strike that, no foundation. The jury will disregard.
How can they do that? The jury's got to hear about Felicia's report.
Well, I gotta admit, it looks pretty bad.
Has anybody heard from Dr. Becker?
We don't even know if he got the message.
You've got to find him. I feel like I'm on trial
Well,
here.
you are. Listen, there are only 2 women who could have possibly killed that baby. If this jury finds Janine innocent, that means you're guilty.
No, just a part-time job. Would you believe I'm collecting unpaid doctor's fees? I'm the expert.
I'll send you something when I'm settled in.
No, you don't have to do that. I'm okay. Charlie, I sold the property. I'll get a check off to you as soon as possible.
Well, okay, just take care of it.
No, it's all yours. I want you to have it. I want you to get something out of this.
I got something. I got
I got the time we had together, and I had you.
What?
I was just saying that, I mean, do you think if this hadn't happened,
It did happen.
I'm so sorry. I feel like I made you unhappy, and it was just the exact opposite of what I was trying to do.
I know that.
So, take care of yourself, huh?
Yeah, you take care of yourself.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'm going to read you a list of names, Miss Jones, and I'd like you to tell me if you recognize any of them.
Objection, Your Honor. What is the relevancy of this?
These are the names of the infant children treated at the Pediatric Intensive Care Unit at the Austin Medical Center.
There he goes again. It's a smokescreen, Your Honor. You have already ruled his testimony is not admissible.
Your Honor, this has nothing to do with your prior ruling. These names were taken directly from the medical center logbook and therefore, I believe, are a matter of public record.
Overruled. Proceed.
Thank you. Garcia. Zambrano. Vega. Rios. Villarreal. Ibarra. Flores. Bergata. Ochoa. Cruz. Soto. Sawyer. Zuniga. Rios. Zavala. Any of those ring a bell, Miss Jones?
Those are babies we lost in the intensive care unit.
You were the nurse assigned to each of them, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
And you were present when each one died, weren't you?
Objection.
I'll answer that. I was there. What kind of nurse would I be if I didn't do all that I could to save the lives of helpless babies?
What kind of nurse? Let's see if we can answer that question. The medical center has filed the cause of death as unexplained. Could you translate that for us?
If you're trying to say we shouldn't have lost those babies, you're right, dead right. That pediatric unit was a death trap.
Wait. Are you admitting the babies were killed?
Yes,
And why is that?
because we were badly understaffed. And the staff we did have didn't have any business dealing with babies. Hell, we had untrained interns in there throwing their weight around. And student nurses, fresh out of high school, if you can believe that. Now, there I was, an LVN, trying to train these people. The registered nurses, all they cared about was finding some rich doctor to marry. And the doctors in pediatrics and surgery, they were always feuding with each other. We'd get different sets of orders from each of them. And the residents didn't know what they were doing. Hell, they'd try things on babies who'd never use, and then they'd lie about it. Yes, Mr. Sutton, you ask if I remember. I surely do. Because if it weren't for all of those things, each and every one of those babies might be alive today.
I screwed up. Oh, I gave Janine the chance to give a performance of her life. I'm gonna lose this case.
I thought you said it wasn't over till the jury comes in.
Yeah, well, you should have seen their faces. They love her.
Damn it, you're not going to give up. This has been one long nightmare, and I want it over with.
You want to know something? Even with an eyewitness to the injection, I'm not going to have enough to convict her. Oh, God.
Yes. Ron? Oh, what time is it? Where? Sweden.
We have to exhume the baby. I don't know how the McKay's going to feel about that.
After all they've been through.
Well, it's the only way. Kathy, I know how tough this is going to be.
No, Ron, I can't. The baby was in my care. Why would they listen to me? I'm a doctor, not a mother. How can I tell them I understand their pain?
Well, you're just going to have to make them see that it's the only way of protecting other parents from the pain and loss they've suffered. And they should want to put Janine away for the rest of her life.
Mrs. McKay? Please, may I come in? Mrs. McKay, I need to speak with you.
Mr. Sutton, doctor. Dr. Becker, Dr. Holland.
Dr. Holland, it's good to meet you.
Dr. Becker, I'm so grateful that you've come.
Please don't get your hopes up. Succinylcholine doesn't always show up in human tissues. I may not be able to help you. I will try, however.
Good luck. I wish I could be in there with you.
You will be.
Dr. Becker, we heard Helen McKay testify that she saw the defendant use a hypodermic to inject her baby. I ask you now, in any of the tissue samples taken from Allison McKay, did you find any traces of succinylcholine?
Yes.
She's going down.
We got her. It's over. Hey, folks, give us some room here, folks. Give the ladies some room, please. Please.
I didn't get a lot of sleep last night knowing what was coming up today. Well, but then after hearing the arguments, we were convinced that she was guilty beyond any doubt that any of us could come up with, so it was easy.
Any doubt about the verdict?
Well, there was no doubt about what she did.
Really, only one vote.
She was a real con artist.
How did you compute the
We
sentence?
searched for the most time-consuming penalty we could find. The harshest punishment we felt would stand up to the scrutiny of an appeals court.
If we could have given her 199 or 299 or even 499 years, we would have done it.
I've got granddaughters Allison's age, and I don't want that crazy nurse walking the street.
What's crazy?
Janine was always struggling to support her family health. She could barely scrape together enough money to train to be an LVN. And she was a fine nurse. But the only time she ever got any praise was when the kid had an emergency. So she started creating it. Maybe she thought maybe if there were enough sick kids, maybe they'd need a critical care unit in Langford where she'd be queen. And if a few babies died along the way, that was the price she was willing to pay. But who can ever tell us someone would do something like this? We'll never really know for sure.
It's yellow.
Kids like yellow. Reminds them of sunshine.
Like the dawn of a new day.
Ron, you're a poet. A cornball one, but a poet.
So how you doing? How you feeling about things?
Scared. Excited. Alive. Can't believe I've got my life back.
You say goodbye to Janine's kids?
I met their foster parents. I'd love to see them, but I think it's better they get on with their lives without me.
Yeah. I just wanted to come on by and thank you for everything you did.
Good. I like that. How were you planning on doing it?
I don't know, but I'll think of something.
You can start with this. Wait till you see what I've done with my waiting room in my office. The garden is so beautiful. I'm putting in a sandbox and 2 swings.